Hello everyone, this is Ricardo Lund, head engineer of Rakoon Sound Studios, and I want to welcome you guys again to our tips and tricks show, where we show information of how we use our equipment and make music. In this video, we're going to be talking about gain staging, which is a very important concept when you're recording your external gear into your computer. So without further ado, let's get right into the tutorial. Okay guys, so gain staging is basically the process of setting up your gains from your instruments into your audio interface or into your preamps. And it's a very important process because it allows you to record properly without any noise or without clipping, for that matter. So basically here we have a drum machine that we're gonna be tracking into our computer, and if you look at here, you know, we have the main volume of the drum machine, and this is the first part of our chain of volumes that we're going to be dealing with. So this is probably the most important one. So to properly record the drum machine, you want to make sure that the drum machine is at the highest level possible. You don't want to record your drum machine with your volume all the way down, because basically what's going to happen is that the noise floor, every electronic instrument or every audio device has something called the noise floor, and the noise floor is going to be very close to the volume outputting from the machine. So we want to raise the difference between the noise floor and the volume coming out of the machine. So we want to put it as high as we can. I'm not gonna crank it all the way up, just because that will probably cause in some machines it causes like a little clipping within the output of the machine. So probably around 3 o'clock is fine, you know, probably like 75% up on your volume of your drum machine. That's probably fine. That way you avoid augment the ratio from noise floor to signal, you know. So that's the first step. Now that we have the drum machine set up right, all the gain knob is in the place it should be. It's not too low, it's not too loud. We have the best signal to noise ratio set up in the drum machine. Our next output is gonna be, our next input in the chain is gonna be the mic preamp here on the board here, which is, this drum machine is coming on channel 3. So if we play the drum machine, you can see that I can now gain stuff from here, and I can actually, since this is an analog preamp, I can pump up the gain in this, and I could get a little bit of analog distortion on that, which is fine. But as you can see in the channel here into the computer, we're clipping now. So what I'm gonna do is bring the fader down, right? I can even distort that more on the preamp if I want to see. So I'm getting a little bit of harmonics right there, which is fine if you want to get a little bit of a more dirty sound. But always make sure that when you're coming into your computer, you're hitting at the most, yeah, like -3 dBs, -8 dBs. Don't go too low either. Same thing, you know, you want to have like a healthy signal coming in. I would say I always go for drums, recording them at like -8 or something. So once you're there, you're fine. Now I can balance out that preamp again, you know, make it a little cleaner, raise the fader there. and get something that you're not clipping into the computer, because once you start clipping in the computer, that's a problem. You know, you're gonna create some digital clipping, and that doesn't usually sound too good. So you want to keep a happy medium there, you know, not too low, not too high. Now this is in my UAD system, which is routed directly to my Ableton, and in here if I select channel 3 and I arm this track, we're gonna start getting the signal. You can see it's peaking at -3, which is okay. You know, I would normally record a little bit lower, but that's okay. So if I stop that drum machine, yeah, I just want to say the basics of gain staging are, number one, you know, increase your signal to noise ratio in your device first, in the device that you're going to be recording. Secondly, in this case I'm using the board and the preamp to gain that up a little bit, maybe give it a little bit of harmonic distortion, because it is an analog console. If you're recording straight into your interface, you don't want to raise it too much, you know, because it's gonna start doing that digital clipping. If you have analog preamps, that's fine, you can clip a little bit there, you know, but then make sure that when you're coming into the computer in here, that you're not going past the -3, you know. I mean, especially on very dynamic instruments. I mean, this drum machine that I have playing here is pretty much gonna stay there, but if you have something else like a synthesizer that you're recording and that can be a little more dynamic than the drum machine, then make sure you have a little bit of headroom in front of you that can save you from clipping, you know. So that will create a nice clean recording, and will make sure that you have no noise when you bring levels up afterwards. Because if you start with a low level in the drum machine, like I said before, that's a problem I see a lot. People record with the drum machine at a low level, and then they try to bring it up once they have the recording in the computer. And what's going to happen is that you're going to get the recording of the drum machine, but when you bring the level up, you're going to get a noise that is because the ratio of signal to noise was very low. So you always want to maintain that high. So I hope you guys find this useful, and I'll see you next time. Make sure that you always use this technique to record your external instruments. Thank you guys for watching this tutorial on gain staging. I hope you found it useful. If you like it, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for future videos. Also, if you're located in the Miami area and you need help with production, DJing, recording, or studio time, feel free to contact us to the website that I'm linking to this video. This is Ricardo Lund, and I'll see you next time.